I just watched Mortal Kombat 2 and it was so fucking awesome. I do gotta say though, the movie, sure, it started off a bit slow, but the movie, whoa. Although I cried a bit. I'm not gonna mention why because it is a spoiler, but let's just say one character that's one of my favorites does. You know what I mean. This movie was so cool. It was very awesome. I loved it, and I'm very excited for a third movie. I was in the theater with my older sister because I've seen the first Mortal Kombat, the 2021 movie, and I've seen the 90s one. I didn't really like the 90s one, but I do love the 2021 movie. I love Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. But, anyways, I was with my older sister, and I turned to her when the movie was finishing, like when the credits was going on, and I said, I swear to God, I hope we get a third movie. And she was like, I think we are. And she searched up, she was like, oh yeah, we're getting a third. And I was like, fuck yeah. I was like, fuck yeah. I I loved watching it. It was an awesome movie. It was very cool. It was like the same level as the first movie. I remember when me and my older sister we watched the first movie when it hit Netflix, and I swear to God, when the title of the film, like when it's like Mortal Kombat, I yelled not to the top of my lungs, but I yelled Mortal Kombat, and she was like, Jesus Christ, and I was like, sorry, as you know, I'm a fan, and she was like, she was like, okay. I think I have to give the film possibly 11 out of 10. Mortal Kombat 1, since I never did a review about it, 11. But the 90s movies, they're currently at an 8. I mean, the first 90s movie is good, but the second one for me, it just fell. Like, not because they recasted the most of the characters, but it's just because of the CGI a bit, and a bit of the story too. When I was watching the 90s one with because I showed my older sister the 90s movie, she said, it feels like I'm playing like an old PlayStation 2 game that never got released again, and I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, what do you mean an old PlayStation 2 game? And she was like, have you never played PlayStation 2? And I was like, no, I wasn't born around the 90s. I was born in the late 2000s. And she was like, well, you would have loved the old PlayStations. I was like, well, I played an old PlayStation. So she was like, yeah, which one? I was like, PlayStation 3. I've played PlayStation 3, and it's more harder than the PlayStation 4 I have. And I played on one of my friend's PlayStation 5, and I have to say, I thought, Jesus Christ, the design is way more better than the 4. He was like, why didn't you get 5? And I was like, one day I will, one day. One day I'll get a 5, but I want to keep my 4 because I've had it not since it first came out, but a few months after it came out. I had it for, so I've had it for quite a while. And I love my PlayStation 4, it's pretty cool. Hell, most of the time, what I do before I go, most of the time, I mostly go on YouTube, Netflix, Disney Plus, or I play Fortnite, or I just sit there doing nothing. Most of the time, if I'm not busy, I'll play Rocket League from time to time, but mostly it's YouTube, Netflix, Disney Plus, or Prime because I do watch The Boys, or Fortnite, or Rocket League, obviously. But I want to get GTA back because I'm like, fuck, I miss playing that game. And I started getting back into Call of Duty World War 2. I was playing the storyline. I got stuck on a level. It was, even though I've played it before. Do you know the one where like you're in those planes? You know, the one Battle of the Bulge or something? Oh my god, I got stuck on that mission. I was like, wait, what do you do again? But I completed it, obviously. I completed the mission. It's a good game, Call of Duty World War II. If anyone plays video games and you have like, I don't know, PlayStation or anything, I recommend that game. But I do want to say it's easy at first. It depends if you played Call of Duty before, but for newcomers it will be pretty hard for you. But you'll get through it. You'll get through it. Just try your best not to rush. Okay? Try your best not to rush. It's not a game full like it's not a speed run type of game. It's more like a game where you get to enjoy and relax. Well, aside from the violence, but still. Anyways, I'll see you guys later in the next review or reaction. See you guys later. Bye bye.